Alright, I'm going to install central locking in this Landcruiser 79. So it's a central locking kit, got out of Western Australia, can't remember the brand, but I'll put it in the description. Came with 4 central locking actuators, so obviously 79 series, dual cab, 4 doors. I also got 2 more actuators for the toolbox, that way the toolbox can be centrally locked as well. Yeah, that's the way I'm going to do it. So I'm gonna follow the instructions that came with the kit. It doesn't seem crazy. It's not complicated. You do need a few tools to get things done, but what I do notice is there is no, we've got a grommet here in the door. There's no sheath that goes from the door to the car. Being a workmate, there is absolutely nothing electronic in this door, so there's no need for it. Wind up windows, no central locking, obviously, no speaker, nothing. So the only thing I'm going to deviate with from the kit is I'm going to run my cable into that factory plug, and I'm also going to have to drill through the door, through the pillar, and run a cable through here. Though I'm going to use a 7-core trailer cable for trailer lights. One, I've had heaps of trailers. That cable doesn't deteriorate, even though it's left out, on the drawbar in the sun. So I'm going to use that so that I don't have to sheath it. Also, it gives me 7 cables in there. So I'm going to use 2 of those for the central locking. But I plan on running speakers, and I plan on having an under, sort of in this, once you put the speaker pod on, under the speaker pod I want to put lights in there so it can light the ground up. Just why not? So having the trailer cable in there with 7 cores gives me 1 hole to drill through here, 1 cable going through, a nice neat look. But I've got future cables to add things to the door if I want to, without having to pull this all out and drill new ones. That's where I'm going to do it. So we'll just modify it slightly for that. But other than that, it's a very basic ute, exactly how we want them. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so kit comes with a whole bunch of stuff. So I have all the little bits of arms, and brackets, all the screws, little swage looking things, grommets, roll of electrical tape, 2, 3, 4 central locking motors, bunch of instructions. It is, can't remember the brand now, so you'd think they'd put it on here, wouldn't you? There we go, I bought it from centrallocking.com.au. Instruction booklet. The central locking module, 2 remotes, actually look quite neat, and a pre-made wiring loom with all the plugs and stuff on it. So start running this up and work out what to do. Brings back memories of my old Hilux, eh? It's hard to believe that this is a 2023 model. It's yeah, 5 months old, this car. Wind up windows, exactly as they were in the 80s. literally nothing's changed. That will go in Hilux. That will go in Hilux. Clip. It's off. Use a rag for that because see the shape of the clip? And when you've got the rag rubbing on here, it just pulls it out. There is a tool for it. I think that's it. The rest is just clips. Probably going to say, why didn't you just get a GXL? Comes with central locking. It also comes with a massive wait list that you can't even get onto. So you can't have it in GXL. It's lucky to get this one. I don't know if you can see that. In here, there's a rubber tube that's over this bar. This bar is the door lock. So you're going to take that off because we need to clamp onto that. Make life easier. It's easy just to take it off. I recommend cutting it. This looks like an ordeal to cut. But then, does it need to be there? Is that sort of an anti-rattle thing? You know? It's just as easy to take it off, I suppose. This will be fun. Well, it won't rattle because it doesn't touch anything. Now, this actuator gets mounted in here. does not need to be that long. These little connectors, so you know, the rod will be on one side and the rod that's here will be on the other side. Okay, so the rear door, I've done it like this. So I've had to bend that just to make it work. So it lines up here and it lines up with the actuator. Connect everything here. And then I chose to screw it there. Now the instructions say to screw it here somewhere. Doesn't make sense to me because this section of the door, and through there, it's indented on this side, but it's protruding on the other side. So if we were on the inside of the door, this actuator is now mounted on the high side, on that side. So it actually sits nicer there. There's enough space here for me to solder the wires. plenty of little holes to zip tie the cable down, and the window track is actually here, so it's well outside the window track. So that looks neat. That looks like a factory finish, and everything still works nice and properly. No rattles. Okay. Okay, now I have to drill, like taking this panel off where the seat belt is. I've got to drill through the pillar so this cable can get into the pillar. Now I've put just a damp cloth in there, just so any of the swarf will stick to that, so then I can pull it out. Otherwise it's just going to end up down here. It could lead to trouble one day. Right, now I've got to deburr that. It's really difficult because there's no space, but yeah. Right, nice and clean. And I pulled that rag out, see? Microfiber cloth, a little bit damp. All the stuff sticks to it, like it doesn't even... It's a good little trick. Also just got some clear coat here. I'll use a bit of this to just paint this bit of rust proofing. Alright, that's easy as. Look how neat that is. The passenger door. Now I can wire everything from the inside. It's a very it's a bit tedious in there. This side here, there's no hand movement, no room to move in here, so I should have brought the cable from the car through to the door, but doesn't matter. Alright, other side. Alright, so I'm going to say all the hard parts done. All the door actuators are in all the doors. All my cable comes out. And then now I just got to run the control box from the dashboard, and then run the cables down and wire them up to the blue and the green out of my my trailer cables that come through the door. So now later on when I want to put the door speakers in, like I said, we've got heaps of circuits. I think that's the best idea. And plus, that cable looks a lot neater. It's nice and round, you know, better than a twin core. All right. I'm just going to run this harness. There's 4 cables here, 1 for each door. So I'm going to try and mount the box, so the control box, up under here somewhere, and then snake everything around. Look at this. That is quite a bit of rain. How loud it is on the roof. Looks like I'm going to have to repair my driveway again. Okay, so according, this plug goes nowhere. I'm not sure if in a GXL there's something else in here, but in the Workmate, this plug here has a live 12 volt supply somewhere. So I've just got my multimeter with me now. I'll just find which one it is. Volts. Alright. So it's so it's that cable there. I'll show you the back of that plug. You can orientate that. This one here, can you see that? So in the second row, oh, it's the blue with a red stripe in the second row. There's only one. And if you're looking inside the pin, there's top row, middle row, and two at the bottom. In the middle row, the blue with the red stripe. There's only one in the middle row. No, that's it. Now, I'm going to try and work out how to strip that. Solder our power supply to there. So I appear to be done. There's a couple of trim panels to put back on, but moment of truth, because if this doesn't work, I've been doing it and putting all the panels back before actually testing it. I should have left everything off, test it, make sure it works, and then close everything up. But I have faith in my ability. So now if we unlock, all the door locks are unlocked, and if we lock, locked, and locked. Brilliant. Unlock. Perfect. Two nice remotes. Beautiful. The rain is very, very, very loud, so it's yeah. Well, that worked out well. It's all very neat. You've obviously seen how I've done the wiring. Everything looks factory, even in the doors. Everything looks factory. That's the way I wanted it. I don't know if you saw in the detail, I was wrapping up all the cables with black tape just so it matches everything else. If I go around to the passenger side, you'll see what I mean. You come through to the passenger side, I've got no light here. Let's see if that picks it up. No. But anyway, all the cables, very dark, all these cables, so these are factory cables and plus my added cables which go to the brake controller and now the central locking. They're all wrapped in tape, zip tied to the same wiring loom, so it just looks, everything looks factory. You know, nothing stands out, nothing looks wrong. So all that's look back together. Cable there on the passenger side. These are toolbox locks. There we go. Happy with that. Next is wiring up the fog lights. Because it's not an actual GXL, it's a workmate. It didn't come with fog lights. Yeah, alright. Thanks for your time. I hope someone learned something out of that one. And see what else I get my hands onto next.